Would the promise of a guaranteed livable basic income be enough to garner your vote in a federal election?
No, I think I care about a lot more issues than just that particular basic living income issue. I think that's an important issue, obviously, given the economy, but I think I still care about climate. I still care about, the well-being of the planet. I care about the well-being of humanity. I think you can't just pick one election issue and say that's going to be the make or break issue of this election. I think you have to look at platforms overall and make intelligent decisions.
Actually, yeah, I think so. Because I do think that it could solve quite a few problems for a lot of Canadians, and potentially, especially like our homeless population, people struggling to make ends meet. And I think that would be a good sustainable living cost, as long as it is genuinely a basic living, like what you can live off of.
No. Because I see that as very difficult to do.
Okay, tell me why.
Because I feel we might not have enough financial resources to do that. So, because money has to come from somewhere.
Yes, yeah, that would give my support. I think that's very reasonable, and I think it would support people to actually do the work, not just have a job for the sake of having a job, but do things that they actually like and are passionate about, and kind of pursue their dreams, which I think is also like a privilege to be able to have that opportunity here in Canada that other countries won't have. So it does garner my support.
That idea is great, but I would need to know how someone would make that happen, and the background of what those promises are kind of connecting to.
You feel it's easier said than done?
I agree with that, yes.
I'm not sure that just that would be enough to get my vote. I think there's some places that have voted even against that, like Sweden looked into it, did some research, and thought that that wouldn't be the way to go. I'd have to hear more about it, of course, but just as a blanket statement, no.
Another hard one to answer, possible. I'm not at that stage yet. I'll be retired in about 5 or 6 years, but it would be a good thing. That everybody needs a basic guaranteed income. I don't think the seniors especially have enough of a income now to keep them sustainable, especially with the cost of living and everything else.
No, because they're going to take the money from where? It doesn't grow on trees, as they say, so the money has to come from somewhere. Someone's going to lose out if I get that full minimum income.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's just dignity, for simple dignity. I mean, everybody should have a livable income. It's, as simple as it's simple. Simple issue of dignity.
No, because I think it depends where you live in Canada. Basic salary depends on where you live. Cost of living is not the same equally throughout Canada. And if you raise minimum wage, let's say, then the price of the apple will go up, because small businesses will either shut down, they have to increase their salaries. So no, I don't agree with that.
I tend not to be a one issue voter, so I don't think so. If it was combined with other things, maybe I would, but not just on a one issue.
Well, we already have that. With caveats, you have to apply and qualify and stuff for welfare or any benefit that you would get from the government. Is that not enough? Do we need to guarantee that people don't have to go to school or at least go out and work for a living when they're young and able to? I'm old, so it's kind of a moot point for me, but, I'm thinking, don't people want to get ahead and try to own their own home and, live the life they want?
Definitely not. That's not enough. And I feel like something like that requires taxes going further up, and they're already at ridiculous prices. And, I get my paycheck every biweekly, and I'm like, hey, where's 1/4 of my paycheck going? I didn't know the government worked that much for me.
And so I'm not necessarily a fan of free money for all. I think universal basic income can work in certain circumstances. I don't think we've figured it out yet. And what we've had thus far has had negative effects in terms of decreasing the amount of employed people.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I'd vote for any party that would be what I consider a more progressive form of capitalism.
Alone, like yes, but it depends what are the strings attached to that. I think a universal basic income is a really good place to start, but that's just one piece of a pie in making life livable and affordable for everyone. And I think it's a good place to start. I think if it was a one issue, if I was a single issue voter, I would, it would get my vote, but there's a lot of other pieces attached to that.